What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be doing a freestyle design with a low mid skin fade. And if you haven't by now, hit that subscribe and like button below and follow me on Instagram at Barber. Alright, let's get into it. So first things first, I'm going to take my one guard close and make my first initial guideline. And I'm going to start this guideline at the temple of his head because it gives me enough room to transition from the shorter hair to the longer hair. And as you can see, I dropped it in the back a little bit just because it goes with the shape of his head. I like to custom contour my fades to each client's head. And I'm gonna go one open right here and start blending towards the longer hair. And then I'm gonna be going with the grain and against it, going from the 1 to the 1.5, and then just kind of opening and closing and using the flick of the wrist just so it can blend towards the long hair. And for designs, I feel like using the one guard is best because it'll leave the design clean and visible. Because if you use too much of a long guard, you'll see like the little stragglers hanging off, and it won't look as clean. Well, at least to me, but to each his own. And always make sure you always brush the hair as you're cutting. And pretty much for designs, all I can say is let your mind take control of this and be creative, you know, express yourself. And for lines, when I do designs, there's always two sides to a line. There's the top line and the bottom line. And you want to try and define both lines so that way it'll make your line as even, neat, and as clean as possible. And when creating your design, it's the same thing as your lineups. Use the corners of your blade. Never use like the full blade because it'll give you more chance to mess up. And when you're using the corners of your blade, it gives you a chance to be more precise and accurate. And now I'm just gonna leave this right here and let you see how I work this design. So right here, I've already outlined the design and I already know where I'm going with this. So I'm just gonna crispy out the lines, you know, work the top line and the bottom line and just make it as clean and as visible as possible. Always brush the hair. You don't want to leave any stragglers on the design. And just always continue to take your time with designs because you can't rush perfection. So right here, I don't really know what I was doing here. I was just going with the flow and, you know, giving the design a little outline right here. Just gave it a little emphasis on the design rather than it just being like some squiggly lines in his head. you have your design pretty much done. You can also add some depth and definition to it by adding fades and little outlines towards it. So right here I'm just going to be fading out the bottom part so it'll give it a little bit of depth. And apologies for this one, I forgot to add the clip in of me fading out those little parts right there you can see on the left side. Yeah, this was like a total freestyle off the top, so I stopped recording because I didn't really know what I was doing with it, and then I ended up fading some of those parts out because I thought it would look better. And for this side right here, I'm just going through the same steps. You can watch the how to do a mid-bald fade in my other video, and I'm just going to repeat those steps and just blend the rest of this side all the way towards the top. So pretty much right here though, just going between open and close and just cleaning up the fade right here on the ends. Always use the corners of your blade, it'll give it a more gradient effect. And continue to brush the hair and just try to get every little hair that you can. Details are very important with every haircut. And right here, all I can say for the lineup is keep it sharp and keep it as natural as possible. And if you guys want a real in-depth tutorial on how to do a lineup, comment below and let me know. And right here we're just adding some final touches. I'm adding curls to my client's head. I don't use the curl sponge anymore because it's dirty and unsanitary. So here I'm using what is called the twisted up comb. Just taking a picture for the gram, how to do it one time. And pretty much done with this cut. This is the finished product. Freestyle design with a mid-low drop fade. Once again, thank you all for tuning into this video. I appreciate the love. And if you haven't by now, hit that subscribe and like button below and follow me on Instagram at @CrayTheBarber. And tune in for my next video. Hopefully I can keep it up.
It's a video cam.
I know.
He got the recommended one.
What?
He got the recommended
What was that one?
one.
Is this the one that, oh, that's the one you're talking about?
Oh yeah. Oh, fire. Oh God. Fire.
Thanks to Nolan.
Whoa. Which one? This one's mine. Everything else. Alright. Good looks, bro. Babe, you want to have this with me?
Yes.